Hi there and welcome to my channel. Guess what I found? This is my Jelly Gouache that I got back in 2021. I haven't opened it since I bought it, and I did, I think, 2 pieces of art. And so now I'm a little bit nervous because I've seen a couple of these reviews and some of them have mold, so I am fully prepared to just chuck it. But it's looking pretty good. I mean, there's a little bit of contamination between the colors from when I used it last, but it just looks dehydrated. I think it's something we can salvage, right? Just little drops of water. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if my understanding of gouache acrylic is good enough for me to make this work. If I understand this correctly, you should be able to rehydrate them, but it's looking pretty cakey. So I don't know. Okay, but some parts are like fully submerged, a little bit more malleable. All right, we can do this. We can work with this. It's just gonna take some love and patience and probably a good soaking for a long time. This is 24 hours later of a good soaking, and as you can see here, some of it is good, still pretty chunky, like goopy but chunky, but it's a good thing because it's jelly gouache, right? Some of them have done absolutely marvelous. They just rehydrated wonderfully. Like this one is still a little bit hard at the bottom, but the top, it has the same consistency that it had before, so I'm pretty happy about that. Some of the colors, I don't know what it is about them, maybe the pigment or the composition of the actual hue is good, but this one is just a little nightmare. It is getting rehydrated, but it's still pretty thirsty, and even rehydrated is really granular, so I don't know how that one's gonna work at all. Now this one, look at this. I worked it for a while. It's still not 100% good, but this one, oh, just look at that. That one just rehydrated like no one's business. It's perfect, beautiful. That's how all of them are supposed to look like. But look at this one. This is just so bizarre. I don't know what it is about it. It just looks crazy, you know, like when it separates because of the grease. It just started separating a little bit, but all in all is like pretty good. Still pretty chunky at the bottom, but it's rehydrating pretty good. I am actually pretty amazed that they are salvageable. I was fully prepared to just not being able to use them anymore. This is a watercolor sketchbook that I got from Opus, which is the art store in my area, and I was thinking of what should I paint, and my little Rue is in a cute stage that he's still not able to fully talk, but he is stringing a couple of words together and trying to make meanings of things, so he communicates with like body language and whatnot, but right now he's discovering the joy of words. So his favorite words at the moment is truck. So he calls every car he sees is a truck. Every bulldozer, anything that moves on 4 wheels is just a truck. So everything's truck, and for some reason he's been really into ducks lately. So everything is ducks and trucks, which I think is pretty nice. I think it's just the sound, the k at the end he likes, but he skips that sound. So I just wanted to make a little ducky duck, and it's really cute. And I know I should have used a different pencil. Now that I see the recording, is the one that I use is it's a color race, and it's a known photograph one, and known photographs are not very good for filming. So lesson learned. Next time I will use something that you can actually see. Sorry about that. As you can see, it's spreading so beautifully. It's like it rehydrated so nicely. Some of the parts I do have to add a little bit more water so that the pigment flows a little more. Again, if you put too much water, they become a little bit translucent, but the opacity of them is really nice. and the consistency of them is really nice. They do dry up a little bit darker, or softer, yes. Lighter, yeah, the dry app lighter, but I was very satisfied and impressed that they were able to function to work so well. Yeah, it looks, if you look at the palette right now on the side, it is looking pretty good. There are still a couple of them, like the purple one and for whatever reason the orange one as well. They're a little bit chunky. Even after spending lots and lots of time trying to make them I don't know, diluted? Is that the word for it? Just of a nice consistency. It's some of them they just didn't go back to they used to be, but who among us, right? And apart from that, I don't have much to say until the very end when you get to see the result and we get to talk about that. So I'm just gonna let you just enjoy the music. See you in a bit. So after doing the flats, I just decided that I just want a little bit more color, or a variety of colors, not just the flats. I didn't want to make it realistic, well, semi-realistic, just more fun. So I decided to put a little bit more splashes of colors all around. Now this color, I don't know why is it so different than the rest, but it is not very opaque. It's just a little bit see-through. Through and through. And it's not like I put more water than the other ones. It's the same, well, relatively the same amount of water than I did with the other paints. So it shouldn't be a problem, but apparently it is. So lesson learned. And this part I had to crop it a little bit closer because without noticing, I was inching very, very close to the sketchbook and you can just see my nose. Not the rest of my face, just my nose poking through, and it was pretty funny, but I thought you might like this version better. Now, how satisfying is the right peel? Except for that part. That part did not turn out pretty good. Need that the last edge, but the bottom one. But look at that little ducky. It gives me so much joy and just so cute. And then I realized I forgot to put the flowers, so I decided to put the flowers on. And they were looking pretty flat, and I didn't know if I wanted them to look that flat, so I decided to put more, I don't know, volume to the flowers. I don't know if that makes sense. Just make them more round, like not regular petals of flowers. They just like flop, like lifelessly. But I want to make like round, pudgy flowers. So you're gonna see me struggle with that for a bit. And that's it. Look at that little doggy. He's looking so cute. After there's a detail, like minor changes, but it is pretty much done. I really enjoy it, and I was very impressed that they were able to survive years and years of neglect. And that's it. Thank you so much for sticking around and hanging out with me. I really appreciate you. If you want to see more artsy videos, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.